have to come home to my husband, I have to come home to my son, I have to come and live a normal life and just, you know, carry on life. And it's just, and you know that someone didn't get to go home, you know that someone didn't get to go home to their families, you know that someone didn't get to say their goodbye to their families, you know, and that's a lot mentally. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Natalie's Niche. It's been a long time since I've done a nursing video, and I have my reasons why, and I will explain in this video. Please make sure to like this video, comment and subscribe. Okay, I've really been struggling to, you know, post a lot of nursing content just because of what has really been going on, you know, just with me mentally. Okay, nursing, I feel like they don't really tell you what nursing entails when you're in nursing school. It's a lot, not just physically. Yes, they tell you the physical job, yes, it's stressful, yes, all of that, but mentally, it's a lot mentally. You are not just a nurse, you are a nurse, you are that patient's family, you are that patient's, you know, caretaker, caregiver, you're that patient's waitress, you're that patient's literally almost everything for that patient. And it's amazing, it's rewarding. Okay, I do not regret going into nursing, but would I say that I did not know in full details what it entailed? And I feel like I've been talking to a lot of my nursing friends about this, and I feel like it's because of the pandemic. The pandemic, I feel like, put so much strain on every nurse mentally. I don't know if you're a nurse, please comment in this video. Like, I see a lot of nurses already talking about retirement. Like me, I'm already talking about retirement. My dear, I just started 2.5 years ago. Like, I'm already talking and thinking about my future in nursing, because guys, the pandemic was just a lot. Okay, like, I feel like the deaths that maybe people would see in their 10 years of nursing or in their 20 years of nursing was just compiled to 1 year of nursing. And guys, I have not seen as much deaths as I have ever seen, like, until this whole pandemic. Prior to, you know, becoming a nurse, I was so enthusiastic, I was so happy, so excited. I am still happy and so excited, but I feel like no one really talks about what you go through mentally as a nurse. Everyone just says, oh, it was a bad day, well, you know, get up and do it again tomorrow. But how about your mental space? How are you feeling mentally? What is going on through your mind? I remember how I started this year. You know, the first day of January 2021, I had to work, you know, and I went to work, and I'm just gonna share this story just so you kind of understand what a typical day as a nurse is. Okay, I went in, I started my shift. As you guys know, I'm a night shift nurse. I started my shift, and I had just gotten report. You know, I saw the patient, he was okay. I was in the ICU as a ICU float that day. And I went in, and immediately my patient began to complain of chest pain. Mind you, this patient, you know, was a COVID patient. And I immediately, you know, went into the chest pain protocol, you know, check EKG, check all of this, check all of that, you know, contacted the doctor. We started doing everything we could do for this patient. And the good thing was that that was my only patient in the ICU at the moment. And guys, when I tell you, we were with that patient and his pain was a 10 out of 10. Have you ever had a patient, you know, and you can literally see the pain in their eyes? This patient did not have to, you know, tell me twice that he was in pain. I could feel his pain. He was yelling and screaming of pain. This was a 72-year-old man. Okay, and I was in his room. We were literally in his room doing everything, you know, trying to send him to cath lab. We were trying to do everything, you know. His oxygen sat went down. He had to be, you know, intubated. And guys, that whole night we spent trying to keep that man alive. I remember when they told me that his daughter was in the ER at the time, and that was when we began to code him. We began to code him, and I could hear his daughter crying through the phone, trying to, find out what was going on with her father. And here we were coding. At that moment, I really wasn't thinking like we would come out with our PPE, wash our hands, and immediately he would go down again, and we would have to. I can't tell you if I guarded myself 100%, because we were all trying to run in there as quickly as we can just to save this man. And guys, after everything, he passed away, I can remember, at 2 a.m. that morning on the 2nd of January. And to tell you, like, this man, I had never met him in my life. I had never met him. I've never met him until I met him on that January 1st, until I got my report as a nurse, and then until I got my report that he was my patient. But I tell you, in his last moments, I felt like I was his family. I felt like I was there, And here it is, his daughter couldn't come in because yes, he had COVID, and so his daughter couldn't come in to actually be there with her father. And it's just crazy. Life is crazy in itself, and you begin to just think about, you see someone talk in the moment, and then the next moment they're not there, and yes, this is something you signed up for. A lot of people might be like, well, what's this story for? Like, you see deaths every day, like he's nursing. But it's like, imagine seeing maybe 5 of that, or maybe more than that in a week. Imagine seeing more than that in a week. That was how the pandemic was in 2020, and even the beginning of this year. And so mentally, like, I became exhausted. I would come back home sometimes, and I would really spend time in my car really crying, like literally crying, bawling out tears. And I have to come home to my husband, I have to come home to my son, I have to come and live a normal life and just carry on life. And it's just, and that someone didn't get to go home, that someone didn't get to go home to their families, that someone didn't get to say their goodbye to their families, and that's a lot mentally. That's a lot. Okay, I'm just trying to get you guys through how nursing in itself is. And so let's get that out of the way. Okay, the pandemic, and then you go into this situation where you're a nurse, you're caring for your patients, you're doing your utmost best, and there are amazing patients out there, trust me. But then you get this 1 or 2% of patients that really do not care about you. They will treat you like you are a rag. They do not care. You're their waiter, literally you're their servant, and they will talk to you anyhow just to get their way. And so here you are saying thank you. Oh, okay, yes, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, you're being cursed at, you're being insulted, you're being told to get out, you're being told to everything, and you're supposed to smile through all of that. And if the patient says, well, I don't want you as my nurse, immediately they switch patients, they give that patient to another nurse. And here you are as a nurse being insulted at, being humiliated, but you're supposed to carry on your shift and continue being a nurse, And so there's no mental check or mental protection for nurses, and that in itself is something that I am currently worried about. Okay, I don't know if people are worried about this, but I am worried about it. Thank God that I have really great support system. I have really great people in my life. I have people that I can talk to. I actually started therapy, and I shared this on my Instagram. I started therapy at some point because I felt like I needed therapy, and the therapy was more of me just really decompressing and just talking about things, and just really just you know, identifying things that may have been stressing me out. So I feel like if you're a nurse and you have never really thought about therapy, I feel like this is a good time to think about it, you know, because it will really help you just decompress, talk about things, you know, and really just, I feel like therapy should be free for nurses. Like that should not be something that we need to seek out. It should be something that is free, you know, free. I think my job, we have a service or something, yes, but I got mine through BetterHelp, just because I wanted it to really be accessible for me to be able to just open up my phone and I can talk to my therapist, you know. But you know, I feel like nurses need this. And guys, if this is not to scare anyone that is trying to be a nurse, okay, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just really trying to, you know, prepare you, because I feel like no one really talks about these things. They don't talk about the days where you would go home feeling defeated just because you feel like, you know, that your patient wasn't saved. You know, the main reason why we become nurses is to save lives, and when you don't get to do that, it's hard on you mentally, you know. And there is a lot of things that entails into it. You have to remind yourself of the days where you got to send your patient home. You have to remind yourself of the days where your patient said thank you. You have to remind yourself of those great patients you actually meet along the way that, you know, really motivate you to be a nurse, you know. And I feel like another thing I want to discuss is the fact that, yes, okay, I understand that taking the vaccine is very important. I did take the vaccine, and I feel like people that we do see now in the hospitals, you know, with the virus are people that are unvaccinated. Just to be truthful to you guys, this is just me talking out of my experience as a nurse. I'm not telling you or forcing you to go take the vaccine. Do what you want. You're a grown human being, you're a grown adult. Do what you want. This is not a coercion or anything, but I'm just saying that people I see right now in the hospital, they're unvaccinated people. And so I feel like you should do your research. I was one of the hesitant people at first, okay? Trust me, there was nothing you would tell me at first to go take the vaccine. Like, I was not taking it and that was it, okay? But with research and with me, you know, really seeing things up front as a nurse, I decided to take the vaccine. And you know, that was for my personal reasons, okay? And so I believe some people have really strong reasons why they do not want to take the vaccine. And while you're doing that, you know, I just want you to take good care of yourself, be protected, stay away from crowd, all of that, follow the precautions, you know. But one thing I just wanted to say here is nurses are getting fired for being unvaccinated. Like, that's one thing I do not support, because if you see the things that nurses went through during the pandemic, trust me, you would not want to fire any nurse. Like, are you okay? Do you see what people went through? They left their families. Like, nurses went through hell. Okay, yes, I know there were doctors, this and that, but nurses, we were the ones holding the hands of people dying. We were the ones literally crying with patients as they were breathing heavily and feeling like their bodies were giving up on them. We were the ones doing all of that. And so, firing nurses, are you okay? Like, that shouldn't even be a topic. Like, there should have been other ways that you guys could, you know, there should have been other ways or other, you know, procedures that should have been done to make sure that nurses are secure and their jobs are protected. Because I see the reason, I see the need to, but I do not support it being done. Nurses are just, I know at first when the pandemic started, everyone was like, heroes, superheroes, oh, nurses are the best. Well, all of a sudden we are the villains, because you're firing nurse, you're taking us out of jobs. Like, I don't understand. So I feel like I'm in a better place to make more nursing related videos, and I feel like I am going to be bringing you more nursing related videos. I'm a night shift nurse, so I'm going to make a video about night shift. If you want to know about that, please make sure you subscribe. You know, the difference between night shift and day shift, like, that is an important discussion, and I know you want to hear this. But anyways, guys, that is just a little nutshell into what nursing is like. But anyways, I hope you like this video. Please make sure you like, you comment. I want to see, if you're a nurse, comment down below. Let me know how you are feeling mentally. Like, do you feel like you're ready to retire tomorrow? Because I am. But anyways, I love my job. I love taking care of patients. I love the people that I actually get to save. You know, I love the people that I actually get to be with, you know, as they, you know, have their last moments, and I get to be there with them to let them know that they're not alone. Yeah, it's rewarding. It's really rewarding. So yeah, I am reminding myself to stay in the positive part of it. But yeah, guys, comment down below. Let me know how the pandemic has affected you as a nurse. You know, let's talk about it. Let's just chat about it a little bit. And please make sure you follow the HIPAA policy as you're communicating down in the comment section. Anyways, guys, please make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Keep the faith, always look good, and please make sure you live your life. Bye, guys.